as we live our day-to-day lives, there will inevitably be an opportunity where we have the need for our first responders. And this honorable body, since I've been here, has worked to support our first responders in a bipartisan fashion. We recognize that there's a need for retention and recruitment, and we've acted again. And I look forward to hopefully working as state these adjustments. We will opt in and continue to support them. But nothing boosts the value and appreciation like having a need for them yourself. And that happened to me a few years back, where a little after midnight, a dryer fire started in my house. It was pretty significant. My wife woke me up, I went downstairs, and that little fire extinguisher was basically the equivalent of stick on a campfire. It absolutely nothing. 911 dialed, 5 minutes later, fireman by the name of Mike Ron showed up in my house. He was carrying a fire extinguisher that had to be 80 or 100 pounds, and was in there and able to save my house essentially. Probably, it was 4 or 5 feet of smoke coming down from the ceiling. And for that day, that guy was the hero, basically, saved my house. And I appreciate you for that. That was, very deep. In April, Brody here, who was a fireman, took a trip down to Florida. Took a trip down to Florida. And first thing they did, they had a layover in Atlanta. And they go out and have dinner, lunch, and as we're sitting down, man passes out at the car. Not from alcohol. And Brody steps in and starts immediately, delivering first aid to the man. There's usually that flight or fight response, and some people can stand there with a deer in headlights, and others call it action and do the job. And that's exactly what he did there. The rest of the first responders arrived, and to the delight of Brody's parents, doing that, they got free lunch. Then they come down to Florida. And again, ordinary times, going, hang out by the water as people do when they go on vacation, and man in a kayak overturns. Kate calls Brody, needs some help. And local news station, Channel 7, did a report on it, and I happened to see the video. And the words can't do justice what an extraordinary job this young man did. Jumping into action, immediately finding a boat in order to get ropes and supplies to try to save the man. Ends up, getting a hold of the man and getting the rope secured around him. And the initial, they were going to get the man over to shore. But at this point, the man was exhausted and the need for action was immediate. And I gotta tell you, not to editorialize, but the man was not what I would call a beach body. He had a buffalo body, and trying to hoist this individual up 50 feet to secure on top of the bridge, to me seems absolutely bonkers. But that's exactly what he did. Got the rope, tied it around, and got a group of people, and that moment where the man was dragged over the railing of the bridge to safety is not something that you see on a regular basis, and something that firemen and volunteers would do with 20 or 30 years experience. And here's a kid who has an absolutely normal life. He's popular, he's a multi-sport athlete, and he takes time out of his day to join the local fire company and do all the trainings necessary to learn how to jump into action so he is ready. And just like I have that appreciation for Mike Ryan, there's a man down in Florida who will never forget the name Brody Kaufman, because he's alive today because of this young man's actions. And for that, we have honoring Brody as a Citizen of the Month in Erie County. Congratulations.
proclamation, and so I'm not gonna reread the whole thing to you, but, in honor, Erie County as a representative, I want to thank you for what you've done and congratulate you on a well-deserved honor.
Thank you
And
very
if
much.
you want to say a couple things, because I think it's most important for people to understand, the value of what you do for the community, and hopefully serve as an inspiration for other individuals of your age, to join and help out.
Alright, I won't take too much time, but something first I want to start off with is I'm very humbled and very grateful to be receiving this. It means more to me than anybody here could really imagine. And as he was saying, I joined as a junior firefighter at Harrisville. It's actually pretty far from my house, but a lot of the other departments don't hire until you're 18, so I had to take what I can get. And I will never forget even like the first call that I wrote on, just coming back and really meeting the people there and just getting to build relationships with people over time. It's one of the most incredible things that I've ever done. The people that you meet, the memories that you make, even if you live somewhere where you don't have a volunteer fire company, if you can find something that you can make those type of relationships in, do it. And if you do live in a town where there's a volunteer fire company, even if you don't think you're interested, if you do it, it's one of the most incredible things you will ever do